welcome to another Daily Digest video. I'm Merriam today. I'm playing a deck that looks a lot like Mardu Pyromancer, especially from this opening hand, but is a sort of more aggressive take on the archetype. We've got 4 copies of Manamorphose and 4 copies of Kiln Fiend. We've got Monastery Swiftspear, which was a part of the original Mardu Pyromancer decks, if you remember when the decks first started cropping up online, but we've got a full set. They usually only play 2. We've got some more burn in the main, so we're really looking to get aggressive here, get our Revelers down quickly, use them to fuel Kiln Fiend and the like. This hand looks pretty good. We still want to start on a discard spell, which we have. We've got some answers to whatever our opponent does early, and we should be able to get 4 spells into our graveyard pretty quickly to refuel this Reveler. So I'm going to keep. Hopefully our opponent is playing a creature deck. We'll take a little bit more of a controlling role with this hand because we have a bunch of removal, interaction, and Reveler. But that's fine. It just means our deck has more options. So opponent kept 7. I am going to get probably just Blood Crypt with this fetch land. Thinking about getting basic Swamp because like Manamorphose can give me double red. But I would think I'd rather have the versatility going forward, and I can get like Blood Crypt Mountain. Most of the deck is red, so I don't really need 2 black mana, but 1 black mana and 2 red for later in the game when this Manamorphose is gone. Sounds good to me. And looks like our opponent's playing creatures. We got a green-white, looks like Counters Company, okay. And wow, it's Counters Company, but they kept a really slow hand. 4 3-drops, 2 lands, and a Duskwatch Recruiter is not my idea of a great hand. It is kind of good against our hand, though. A lot of threats that we have to answer. And the problem is, if we had an aggressive hand, we could like take Recruiter and start trying to kill them, but we don't. And they have at least 1 fetch land already. If they can get these Knights up to 4/4s when they're casting them, our red removal isn't going to be as good. I'm almost inclined to take Renegade Rallier just because that'll get back Duskwatch Recruiter. Maybe I'm just supposed to take neither and try to deal with these other threats. Ugh. The Fork Bolt can deal with Recruiter, but then they get it back with Rallier, so that's sort of a problem. It forces me to play my spells kind of awkwardly. Ugh. What if I were to just try to like go hard and burn them out and play this Reveler and attack? Is that my plan with this hand? Because I'm not sure if I can win a long game against all these 3-drops. I think I'm actually going to take Renegade Rallier. It's the card that sort of supercharges this hand. Like it'll get back lands to get clues and ramp them, and then the Knights will further ramp them. They'll be able to start using Duskwatch Recruiter. Yeah, I think Rallier is actually the card that makes that hand kind of tick. But we're going to need to draw something aggressive. A Kiln Fiend here would be great. Kiln Fiend here would probably just be game. Ooh, speak of the devil, or in this case, the elemental beast. That was a good draw. Now I feel great. Once they have a removal spell here. Let's get ourselves a mountain and cast this Kiln Fiend. These decks usually do not have much removal, so we'll see what's going on. Yeah, they crack the fetch on end step. Yeah, easy Temple Garden tapped. Let's see if it's Ghost Quarter Recruiter here. There's the Ghost Quarter. And the Recruiter. Perfect. Ooh, and now I have a Fatal Push that can answer a 3-drop if I find another fetch land. So let's fire this off. I guess I'm going to make red-black. I don't plan on casting both burn spells, and if I draw a discard spell, I'd really like to cast it. Collective brutality. Huh. I guess I should just brutality this Duskwatch recruiter. And attack for 7? Makes sense to me. If I draw a land next turn, they're probably just dead. Especially if it's a fetch land. Should I be discarding anything to drain? I don't really want to discard a spell because of the Kiln Fiend, and it's unlikely that they've drawn a spell that matters. I think if they drew Path, they would have cast it. And I think I'm going to kill them before they collect a company. So I'm just going to brutality normally. Let's auto yield to that. And get them for 7. Now I just want to draw a fetch land. Don't even need this Battle Reveler. Fetch land will let me like pay Fatal Push whatever 3-drop they have, dome them for 5, and then attack for 10. Yeah, easy game. And that's predicated on them having drawn a land here in 3 draw steps. So right now, we know half their hand is currently uncastable. And that 3rd land actually really needs to be a fetch land too to get this knight. Ooh, that is awkward. Yeah, I guess it's awkward in that they have to stunner themselves, but now the knight is a 5/5. If I don't draw a fetch land, I might have to double burn it. Ugh. Really need a fetch land, guys. Well, we know they don't have another land in their hand, at least another non-colorless land. I guess I could have drawn another Ghost Quarter. Looks like our opponent Green-White Company with like the combo in it, so not quite Counters Company, but more like Value Town. Kind of seems like it. Either way, I'm definitely going to deal with this knight, even though it's going to cost me both burn spells. Don't think I can let them untap with that one. And okay. I guess I could have also. So if I like forked bolted 1 and 1 and attacked for 4, they're at 11. I'm 1 short if they don't block and I go bolt upstairs. That's awkward. But and I'm looking at 5 spells in my graveyard right now. Okay, they have another colorless land. That's bad news. Really need a fetch land now. Yeah. Okay. I guess they really want to get this knight out of burn range, seeing as I dealt with the 5/5. They really just want to play 7/7. Okay, well, now they need to leave. They need to have 2 blockers back. So if they tap this knight to cast another 3-drop, then they're dead. Because I Fatal Push, because of the way it's worded, can target anything, and it just. I guess. And now we draw the fetch. Okay. So now they should just be dead as we kill both blockers, but we'll see. Their last 2 cards in hand could be 2 paths. Let's deal with the knight first and see what they have, because they're going to activate in response. If they find like a Sajiri step or something to protect it, that won't be enough, and that is indeed what they do. Um, yeah, I'm just going to deal with this blocker. So now they only have 1 mana. They can cast 1 path. Both the Kiln Fiends are going to be lethal. If they tap out for like Blossoming Defense, they're still both lethal. That's similar to path. Okay. So good to know that our opponent has this Sajiri step to protect their Knight of the Reliquary for game 2. We can be a little more careful and more aggressive in answering Knights before they become unsummoning sick. But do the fetch land just in time there. I think if they untap with the 8/8 Knight, we might be in trouble. But we do have a Reveler, so I guess we're not a good draw, but draw 3 more and play a fetch land and draw 3 more. Not the best, but we would have had 4 attackers at that point. Would have been in pretty good shape. Just Thoughtseize them a bunch and bolt upstairs, and they probably don't have enough blockers, or bolt this tracker. Them drawing all these colorless lands are a real problem. Okay, I certainly want Fatal Push to answer bigger creatures. I think Collective Brutality is going to be good because they're almost certainly a Collected Company deck. I think they're going to have Paths, which makes Hazoret a lot worse. They can also just contain Hazoret with bigger creatures. I like the red removal. I don't think this is a Kolaghan's Command matchup. I don't think I really want to sit here and play a long game and grind with them for the most part. I'm mainly using Reveler to sort of refuel and set up a combo kill of some kind. I'm kind of surprised there's no Teamer Battle Rage here to go with the Kiln Fiend, but I guess you have enough removal to clear the way. I kind of like Engineered Explosives, though we don't have access to an off-color dual land, so we're only EEing for 2. That actually makes me like it a lot less, because their problematic cards are 3 mana. So I think we're just going to do the 1-card swap. I don't think Leyline is worth it, even against like Kitchen Finks and Knight. Thoughtseize isn't great, but we're a Faithless Looting deck, so we can pitch them away when they're bad. So yeah, just 1 for 1. Minus a Hazoret plus a Thoughtseize. And this hand looks pretty good. We need to find a threat, but between draw steps, Faithless Lootings, and cantrips, we should be able to. And we've got early removal, which is really important against the mana creatures. So yeah, I'll keep this. And they're on the play. Ooh, no 1-drop again. What is our opponent keeping? Well, let's cast Faithless Looting. Generally like discarding the 2nd copy to the 1st copy. And that's definitely going to happen here. And I guess we'll also discard a Manamorphose, because Inquisition is good. We're still early. And I want to keep the removal. I definitely want the 2nd land, and I definitely want the Reveler. So yeah, discard a Manamorphose. We got 3 spells in the graveyard now. And we should ramp up to this Reveler pretty quickly. Yeah, if we go like kill a creature, Inquisition you, then the following turn we can go Manamorphose, Reveler. And hopefully we draw a 3rd land in that time, so we get to kill a 2nd creature, Reveler. That is a good one. Okay, there's 2nd land. I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet on killing this voice. Ooh, wow. Opponent with another slow hand, but they've got some good 4-drops here in Shalai and Thrun. Oh, God, they have Jukabog for next turn. No! No! Oh, all the best laid plans of mice and men. Ooh, that Pachuca Bog is going to be good. So now I want to wait on the removal because I'm going to need to refill my graveyard for this Reveler. But we definitely just take Dramoka's Command. This is a weird green-white deck. I'm not even sure if they're accompanying with these 4-drops. But yeah, pass the turn. And I get both flashback lootings. Now I'm at risk of flooding. Thrun is just a hard card to answer. Gonna have to try to save this Fatal Push too, to deal with Shalai if we can draw another fetch. Oh, another non-fetch land, no. Definitely gonna try to cantrip into something here. Let's make red-black, I guess. Oh, another Reveler. This is bad. Okay, bolt this thing. Okay, 2 bad draw steps there, and I am in trouble. The natural Bajuka Bogs are rough. Should be, oh, Shalai before Thrun. Well, I'm pretty happy to see that, because I have a chance of killing that one. Gonna just take this 2. I guess now I have to. If I wanted to push, it would have to be in response. Fetch land, please. Okay, Faithless Looting's a pretty good draw because I've got some bad cards in my hand. Wow. That is a lot of Bedlam Revelers. Well, you have to discard the first one to the second one, or the second and third ones to the first one, so let's pitch them both. And yeah, I don't really like this Swift Spear. I'm just going to flash back the looting and use my mana. Just need to find a fetch land. And there it is. Now I have to discard a bunch of creatures. So my Bedlam Reveler costs 1,000,000. But I need this fetch land to deal with the Shalai, so it is what it is. And it's awkward to play Reveler against Thrun. No, I have Noble. I'm getting attacked for 7 this turn. I need to draw Mana Morphos into Lightning Bolt, because then I can get up to 5 spells and cast the Reveler on this turn while killing the Elemental token and the Shalai, and I have a shot here. Inquisition is probably not good enough. So I guess we can hope. Oh, okay, I gotta. Yeah, they have Hexproof because of the Shalai, so I've got to do this first. There's 2 spells right now in the graveyard, so I'm not going to be able to cast this Reveler no matter what I do, which means I think I'm dead. Yeah, they have 7. They have 7 power and playing. I'm at 6, so I'm dead. But I'll take a look at the last card in their hand just to get a sense of what they're working with. And they have a land. Okay. Well, let's concede this one. Some awkward draws there after a really devastating naturally drawn Bajuka Bog. Maybe this Hazoret is better. I haven't seen Path from me yet, but I kind of assume they have it. I'm not sure if they have Company, if they have Shalai and Thrun in their deck, but Thrun's probably a one of. No, I'm in for what I've got. I'm a little bit happier to have the discard here, with them having these 4 drops. This hand looks great. Very aggressive with the Swift Spear and the Kiln Fiend. We'll be able to reload with looting. Yeah, definitely want to be aggressive. So I'm wondering how I want to play this. I could go Thoughtseize into Kiln Fiend and try to set that up, because if they play a mana creature, I'm going to want to kill it. So if I go Swift Spear turn 1, I'm going to want to go turn 2 Fork Bolt mana creature Thoughtseize you. That does deal them 4 because the Fork Bolt will split. But then my Kiln Fiend looks a little awkward. I could just let them accelerate and play turn 2 Kiln Fiend and then hope they don't do anything too great. But I do think I want to Swift Spear on turn 1 still. Because if they've kept hands without 1-drops the first 2 games, they seem very willing to keep slow hands. And if they do it again this turn and we get to set up with 2 prowessy creatures and 3 1-mana spells in hand, they're going to be in rough shape. And wow, that is exactly what they do. So let's mush for one. Now, even if they path this Kiln Fiend, I have a second one. And I do want the third land, so not too scared of a path. Turn 1 Canopy also suggests that their hand is land light. Yeah, as does this Ghost Quarter. I doubt they have a third land. I guess we will see. Yeah, because I'm definitely killing this thing to clear the way. I guess we'll Thoughtseize first, see what's going on. And do this whole thing. Get some auto yields. And wow. This is just not a keepable hand. Well, you can't cast any of your spells. What are you doing? I don't know. I guess I'll take a company. The company is the way that they catch up, even though they have two. So sure. Fork bolt this thing for 2, and our opponent is very dead. They're going to take 10 here, be at 7. They have to draw a 2-drop here to even have a chance of not dying. Because I'm looting. I guess the loot only gets me up to 6. Yeah, but they have Canopy in play, so they're not going to be able to play a 4-drop. Looks like they did draw something, mana creature. But it's just going to have to chump block. No. I guess they need to draw a bunch of paths. That's the ticket. They drew Voice of Resurgence. Okay. That's actually not bad, but to cast it, they had to strip mine themselves. They're certainly going to block the Kiln Fiend. If I loot into any red land, they are dead. So I can also loot into another discard spell and just attack with the Swift Spear and either force a chump block or they're dead to the bolt. So let's just loot. They have Forest in place, so they can't path. Yeah, I'm just going to discard Kiln Fiend and Faithless Looting, sure. Let's push this Voice. The token will come back as a 1/1. They'll be forced to chump block the Kiln Fiend, take 3, and then I have Bolt, and they have no outs. Yeah. So, just some 3 kind of weak draws that my opponent kept. In Modern, you have to do stuff early. It's a format where people are regularly ending the game on turns 3, 4, and 5, or effectively ending the game in the case of things like Tron or Humans just getting too far ahead. Now, you just can't afford to fall too far behind, but the cards are powerful enough that you can win on 5 and 6 cards. Modern is the format where mulliganing, I think, is the least punishing, and you should be mulliganing the most aggressively. And in all 3 of those games, my opponent kept a slow hand, and I was able to punish them twice. I guess the game they were on the play, they also had the fastest hand with a 2-drop that's pretty good in Voice, and then a piece of interaction in Bojuka Bog on 3, and then a 4-drop. They made their land drops at least, and didn't have to Ghost Quarter themselves to cast their colored spells. But when they did that on the draw, and I had a Kiln Fiend on turn 2, they just died on the spot. And that's what happens in Modern. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will keep hands like that and then lament how unlucky they were. But I mean, you have decisions before the game starts, and you have the decision to mulligan a hand. You don't have to mulligan; you get to mulligan. That's how it works. When you mulligan appropriately, you actually increase your chance of winning over never mulliganing. So, gotta mulligan more often. And as for my deck, it seemed pretty sweet. Kiln Fiend kills people really quickly. A little bit fortunate there to get paired against the matchup that doesn't have a lot of creature removal, so our Kiln Fiend's going to stay in play. So we basically just play the game of sit there, kill all your creatures, attack for a million, burn you out as necessary, and the game plan worked pretty well. So hope you enjoyed watching that one, and you can come back and see me on Monday. Bye.